All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium. Hey, when did that get there? The pitch speed. Oh, that's I very rarely look at the scoreboard. All right, so game 2. Similar. Builder lineup is actually very similar. Around the outfield, left to right, you got Jaden Anderson in left, Nate Erie in right, and I'm trying to say the wrong name. Baker Green in right. Around the horn, third to first, we have Drew Barbosa at third. Short is Landon Turner. Second's Justin Bradshaw. And first is Jet Winslow. Pitching today in this game 2 is Charlie Higginbotham. And catching is Seth Harrison. So it's the same exact lineup if you kind of think of it that way. The 9 that hit are the 9 that are in the field and still hitting. The DH for this game for the Builders is going to be Luca Pascarella. So for MACU, we've got Titus Bleckley leading off and catching. Landon Miller is the DH, batting second. A.J. Bailey's playing second and batting third. Nolan Colwell's batting fourth and playing first. So here's Titus Bleckley. Bleckley, first pitch from Higginbotham is a fastball at 236. Bleckley's a senior, batting 333 on the season. He's had 27 at-bats. 1 home run, 4 RBIs as he grounds that one to second. Bradshaw tries to scoop it. And the first base runner for the Mustang reaches on an error by the Builder second baseman. Defense is hopefully not picking up where they left off in game 1, combining for a total of 10 errors between the two teams. Landon Miller steps in, the DH for this game. Squares to bunt, drops it down. Higginbotham over. Fires to first, got him. So that'll bring up the second baseman, A.J. Bailey, the freshman, batting 240 on the season so far. 25 at-bats, 2 RBIs. And his first pitch from Charlie is in there for strike 1. Let's give you... Last year, Charlie had a 4-0 win-loss record, 4.52 ERA on the season. Pitch 2, strike 2. Oh, and 2 is the count. Charlie started 11 games last year, pitching 61 2/3 innings for the Builders. Just outside. Ball 1. So for this season so far, Charlie's 1-0. He's appeared in 2 games, hasn't started any yet. He's got an ERA of 1.40. Outside, ball 2. And 5 innings pitched. So his first start of the year. 2-2 pitch. Turns, looks to second. Low and away, ball 3. Counts now full, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Charlie. Affectionately known to the team as Higgy. Gets him looking for strike 3 in the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Nolan Colwell. He's a sophomore batting .389 with 18 at-bats. He's got 7 hits, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. There's now a what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Courtesy runner coming into second. Jamison Williams, I believe was his name. Jamison Miller for the catcher. First pitch. Hit foul, ball 1, strike 1. Nolan went 2 for 4 in the first game with a homer and a single. A 2-run homer. So he had 2 RBIs also. The 0-1 pitch coming. Counts even at 1-1. Turns, looks back at second. Popped high towards Bradshaw at second. The ball hits the deck. Not sure if it went off his glove or not, or if he just misplayed it. But Miller came around to score on that. Very high pop. RJ Cabrera steps in. RJ ground bounces one hopper to third. Throw gets away. I think he beat the throw anyway, to be honest. We'll just have to wait and see. It's definitely a throwing error. I'll bring up Brian Sanchez. Brian Sanchez, freshman, I'm going to assume leading the team in batting at .435 on the season. First pitch he sees is strike 1. So Brian went 1 for 4 in game 1. So that's .435 after a 1 for 4 game 1. So the Builders helped bring that average down a little bit. Hits that foul. Straight back. The 0-2 pitch coming. Grounded to third. Drew gets it. And that throw is off the mark. Wait a minute. What happened? All right, so I have no clue what happened to end the inning. All right, so 2 runs on no hits with 4 errors committed, and I will tell you how the inning ended when we come back for the Builders half of the first.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina and I work for HII.
All right, welcome back to War Memorial Stadium. So here's how the top of the first ended. Nate Erie grounds to second. So Sanchez was out at second after the throwing error that allowed him to reach base. Which I'm actually kind of assuming all y'all saw since I couldn't. So Nate Erie grounded to second in his first at-bat today for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Seth Harrison to the plate. Seth is catching. Seth bloops one into right. For the Builders, first hit of the day. So MACU scored 4 runs on no hits while the Builders committed 4 errors in that top of the first inning. That'll bring up Luca Pasquarella, the DH for this game. Throw over to first, runner back safely. Luca batting .278 on the season. He has a classification of a sophomore. It is his first year on the Builders, though. That pitch was low for ball 1. Low and in, ball 2. Umpire says strike. So the count now 2-1 to the Builder DH. Throw over, back safely. Outside. 3-1 is the count. Ball 4. So Luka draws a walk after he went 2 for 5 in game 1. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jet Winslow. Jet batting .235 on the season. 5 total hits, 4 RBIs. Swing and a miss, strike 1. I've Jet going 2 for 5 and 2 for 4 in game 1 with 2 singles, reached on an error twice, ball low. And recording a walk. So the 1-1 pitch to the builder, first baseman here in the top. Bottom of the first inning. Runner on first and second. Jet pops that high on the infield. Infield fly, I believe, is called. The catch is made. Jet is out. So that'll bring up Landon Turner, the shortstop. Landon still trying to get things straightened out this season. Batting .125 on the year. However, I think I mentioned it during the last game where Landon officially went 1 for 4. Courtesy runner came in for the Builders. He reached base all but his first at bat, all but his second at bat. So that one's driven into right field. Oh, my. That was driven into right center field. The center fielder caught it and then ran into the right fielder and dropped it. So Landon is at third. The other 2 Builders came around to score. And we're going to go ahead and step aside. And while they go take a look at this, take a look at who is in center field. At Julius, we'll be back.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
The Apprentice Athletics Booster Club membership is now open for the 2024-2025 season. You can choose a general membership to support all Apprentice Athletics, or you can designate one specific sport to support. Membership is good for the entire 2024-2025 athletic year, regardless of which decision you make. Scan the QR code or visit gobuilders.com to get your membership today.
All right, welcome back. Julius is up, heading back to center field. The training staff ran out, checked him out, make sure he was okay to go. Ball was hit hard into the gap. Julius made a great play on it until the right fielder ran into him and made him drop it. That's a triple for Landon. So Landon's at third. Drew Barbosa steps in. And that pitch is a ball. So the Builders tied up MACU on that play, scoring 2 runs. That's in there for strike 1. Counts even, 1-1. Drew Barbosa, freshman, batting .286 on the season with 7 at-bats. Outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Counts even at 2-2. A little high. Runs the count full, 3-2 with 2 outs. And he swung through that for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Builders here in the bottom of the first inning. They score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors committed, and 1 man left on base. We'll be back for the top of the second in just a moment.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
All right, welcome back. Due up for the Builders, or for MACU, is 789, Hunter Benjamin, Jalen Brown, and Julius Burke. That first pitch slightly popped to second. Bradshaw there to make the catch. The first pitch is a ball to Jalen Brown. The 1-0 outside, 2-0. And Jalen draws himself a 4-pitch walk. So that'll bring up Julius Burke, the center fielder. Burke is batting 111 on the season. He's got 9 at-bats in their first 8 games. Grounded that to Higgy. I could have swore he caught it, but it went off his glove. Yeah. So it'll take us back to the top of the lineup and Titus Bleckley, the catcher. Bleckley reached on an error in his first at bat, later scoring. All levels of baseball, errors generally come back to haunt you. Builders committed 4 errors in that first inning, and MACU took advantage to some extent, scoring 2 runs. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts now 0-2 to the builder. Or no, I'm sorry, not to the builder. To the Mustang catcher. And he drives that ball into center. Over to make the catch is Nate Erie. Throw into third is in time. So now runners on first and third. 2 outs with Landon Miller coming to the plate. Landon grounded out to the pitcher in his first at bat. Throw over, runner back. Foul. First pitch. Landon actually sees he fouls back to the net. 1-0. 0-1. My brain thinking backwards today. Fouled off again. 0-2. Builders need to keep over. Throw over, back safely. Builders need to keep the score as it is. Not trying to get too far. Throw over again. As that pitch is lifted into right center, it's going to drop. 1 run will score. Holding the runner at third. As the Builders get the ball into the infield. And Landon, it's a 2-out RBI double. Takes us to the second baseman, A.J. Bailey, who struck out looking in his first at-bat of this game. Bailey went 1-for-4 in game 1. First pitch is a ball. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. And that pitch was in the dirt for ball 2. 2-1 is the count. Builders. Three and one. Builders looking to stay on those winning ways through this home stand. Outside, ball 4. So that'll load them up. Bases are now loaded for the first baseman, Nolan Colwell. That was a very dangerous hitter in and of his own right. Just missed it as he fouled it straight back to the screen. Second pitch, fastball was in there for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch looped into center. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. And Nolan, it's a 2-out single. Who's on? Coach Jones goes out to talk to his pitcher, telling him we're still in it, don't worry. No one up in the builder pen. If you really want to look at it this way, I know you can't look at it this way. But Charlie seems to be more of a contact hitter, contact pitcher. He's pitching to contact. So when the defense lets him down with the errors they committed in that first inning, kind of makes everything just look a little worse on the scoreboard. Grounded to short. Landon scoops, fires to Bradshaw at second for the third and final out of the inning. So the 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. We'll be back to War Memorial Stadium for the Builders half of the second inning in just a minute.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium. Builder half of this second inning, getting ready to get going. Justin Bradshaw leading off. So we got 7, 8, 9 due up for the Builders. Colin Langley threw 18 pitches in that first inning. The first pitch here in the second over Bradshaw's head. Ball 1. As you guys can see, the sun out full force now. Making that curveball froze Bradshaw. No, that was a curveball. That's a major league curveball at 78. I'm going to go with the fastball. Another fastball down for ball 2. 2-1's the count. Bradshaw takes that one back up the middle. It's going to fall over the second baseman Bailey's head as the Builders get their leadoff man on for the first time this game. The Builders were able to do that. 1, 2, looks like 3 times in the first game. You get your leadoff guy on, it makes it a lot easier to put pressure on the defense. Maybe score a run or 2. That'll bring Jaden Anderson to the plate. Jaden batting .429 on this short season, leading the Builders in batting average, 14 at bats. So he hits that one to second and does not beat it out. For the 4-6-3 twin killing. That'll bring Baker Green to the plate. Baker is batting .214 with 14 at bats. 3 RBIs. First pitch is in there for strike 1. All speed pitch. 64 miles an hour. Brought that fastball in at 79 for ball 1. Count is now even. Inside ball 2. Ball 2. It was pitch 3. Ball 2. Fastball up. 3-1. Now the count. Curveball for strike 2. Counts now full. 3-2. And he got him looking for strike 3. Fastball outside corner. Builders go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. Builders trail 5-2.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina and I work for HII.
All right, welcome back. War Memorial Stadium. Top of the second. Drew gets first shot chance. Scoops throws it over to first for the first out of the inning. That was Brian Sanchez, the right fielder. That'll bring Hunter Benjamin to the plate. Hunter popped to second, his first at bat. Our DJ and SID, Walker McCreary, played a little Dixieland Delight in between innings. One and one's the count. 2-1. Grounded right back at Higgy. Landon picks it up, fires to Jet for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Jalen Brown, the third baseman. He walked and scored his first at bat. And in game one, that pitch is in there for strike one. Fastball from Higgy. Jalen went 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a single. That pitch in the dirt. 1-1's the count. 2 down. Builders need to get out of this inning so they can come back to the plate and hopefully put up a few runs in their half. Strike 2. Count is even. 2-2. Way outside. 3-2. This early on in the third inning, the Mustangs are 2 for 6 with 2 outs. Jalen slices that to right. Baker moves under it, makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. Mustangs go in order, 1, 2, 3. We'll be back for the Builders half of the third in just a moment.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
The Apprentice Athletics Booster Club membership is now open for the 2024-2025 season. You can choose a general membership to support all Apprentice Athletics, or you can designate one specific sport to support. Membership is good for the entire 2024-2025 athletic year, regardless of which decision you make. Scan the QR code or visit gobuilders.com to get your membership today.
All right, welcome back. Builders bringing 1, 2, 3 to the plate. So just like the first inning, we're leading it off with Nate Yeary. Nate grounded to second his first at bat. His first pitch out. Nope, it's in there for strike one. Way outside. Counts full 1-1. High 2-1. $80-mile-an-hour fastball from Colin. Pulls the string a little bit. 73-mile-an-hour there for strike two. Comes back fastball, and Nate fouls that out of play. Nate sends that to left field. Benjamin moves under it for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Seth Harrison to the plate. Seth is 1 for 1 in this game. He singled to right his first at bat. Flags are whipping pretty good. In center field, looks like it's blowing out to left a little bit. First pitch Seth sees, he hits into left field. It hops in front of Benjamin. And he gets his second hit of the day, of the game, I should say. Which will bring us to Luca Pasquarella. In comes the courtesy runner. Jackson Thomas. So Luca steps in. First pitch, grounded foul. Turning into a very nice afternoon for baseball here at Harbor Park. Not at Harbor Park. That's across the river. We're at War Memorial Stadium. Pitch was ball. Runner on first. 1-1's the count. And that's grounded to the second baseman. Flips to RJ for one. And Cabrera pulls Colwell off the bag. So Luca will reach on a fielder's choice. And I'll bring up Jet Winslow. Flew out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. Actually, I think it was an infield fly. It's technically the ruling. Jet grounds it to short. Cabrera flips it to Bailey, and that'll do it. Builders, no runs. One hit. One hit, no errors. We'll be back in just a moment.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn.
All right, welcome back to Harbor. Why do I want to say Harbor Park this game? Maybe we just need to play a game or two at Harbor Park. Not really. Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium. Top of the fourth inning. Builders still trail 5-2. This kind of feels a little bit like game one from last week. Charlie's thrown 43 pitches, and that's not going to do it. Maybe if Jet would have held on to the ball, that would have been an out. I think he was safe either way. The throw beat him. So 42, 43 pitches for Charlie. So Julius Burke reaches. Who did he give it to? On a throwing error by the third baseman, takes us to the top of the order, and Titus Bleckley. Bleckley's 0 for 2 in this game. He reached on an error and scored, and then popped to the center fielder. Tried to bunt the runner down to second, but bunted it foul. Throw over to first. Runner back. Over to first again. Runner back. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. To the Mustang leadoff hitter. Fouled away. Count stays 0-2. Mustang center fielder at first. Titus Bleckley, the catcher. Throw over to first. This was Major League Baseball. he'd get second base right now. But we don't have that rule. The 0-2. Popped high on the infield. In comes Drew, and he makes the catch. And if he catches and throws the ball, there's two. That would have been the second out of the inning. Instead, it's just one, which will take us to Landon Miller, the DH. He's 1 for 2 today, doubled and grounded out to the pitcher. First pitch bounced up there, ball 1. The 0-1 pitch to Landon. Fouled back right to me. I don't know what it hit below me, but it hit something right in front of the window, bounced up, and hit the roof right in front of me. Throw over to first. Runner's back. Throw over to first, back again. Judging by Jet's body language, I think he thinks he got him. As that ball's pulled down the left field line, but foul. Hop the wall. The 1-1 pitch. Outside runner goes, and he's in there safely. Sorry, I think that was a 1-2 pitch. Counts now. Nope, counts 2-1. What is the count? 2-2. Counts even at 2-2. And grounded to the third base dugout. Coach Scarola makes the play. Throws it back to the pitcher. Two. Outside, 3-2. Scarola, I believe, played shortstop for the Builders from 2009 to 2012. Started every game. That one was grounded. No, not there. There. Grounded to Bradshaw at second for the easy 4-3 putout. A.J. Bailey comes to the plate. Second baseman struck out looking his first at-bat, walked his second at-bat. That one grounded to first. Jet scoops it up. Makes the play for the third and final out of the inning. So no runs. No hits. No errors. One man left. We'll be back. to War Memorial Stadium in just a moment.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete, leveling the playing field for everybody.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth inning. Builders need to score some runs. Leading off is Landon Turner, and he hits that into right field. But Sanchez is there. Wrong score sheet. Don't write it on theirs. Write it on ours. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Drew Barbosa. Drew is 0 for 1. He struck out his first at-bat. First pitch he sees is outside, ball one. Second pitch. It's also a ball, 2-0. And Drew lifts that one into right field. I'm really backwards today. I'll bring up Justin Bradshaw, the second baseman, who singled in his first at bat to right center field. First pitch he sees is a strike. 77-mile-an-hour fastball from Colin. Colin's thrown 44 pitches through 3 1/3. Throw over. He struck out 2, walked 1. Both of the Builder runs are earned. That's in there for strike 2. 78-mile-an-hour fastball. The 0-2 pitch to Bradshaw. Bradshaw. He must have tipped it. I never saw a motion for a tip, but he must have tipped it. But I also felt like he was way out in front of that 64-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. High. One and two is the count. Had about 80-mile-an-hour fastball sandwiched around that 64-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. He came back with that 65-mile-an-hour curveball. Bradshaw fought it off down the right field line. Two one fouled off again. Bradshaw fouls off another pitch. Here comes the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Bradshaw fighting off pitches to find one he likes. There's a 60-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch that he ropes right to the left fielder. So that'll bring up our left fielder, Jaden Anderson. Jaden grounded to a double play in his last at-bat. Two outs. Jaden just misses that one as he fouls it back to the screen. That one's popped high on the infield. Cabrera back on the grass, backpedaling, makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. Builders bring 5 to the plate. No runs. 1 hit, 1 man left. We'll be back for the top of the 5th in just a moment.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
All right, top of the 5th inning. Charlie Higginbotham's thrown 55 pitches, giving up 3 earned runs of the 5. There is people trotting down to the Builder bullpen. 1 K, 1 and 2 walks. That ball's lifted into left center. It's going to drop as Nate Yeary gets there. He throws it into second, but not before Nolan can slide in for a leadoff double. That'll bring up RJ Cabrera, the shortstop. He's 1 for 2 in game 2. He steps in with a runner at second. Grounded back up the middle to Charlie. Throws over to Jet for out number 1. Bring the right fielder Brian Sanchez to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Reached on a throwing error and grounded out to the third baseman. Hit first pitch to him is low, ball 1. That one's hit hard to left field. Jaden makes the throw in. Throw the ball. Drew hit the cut, but did not make the throw. That'll bring up Hunter Benjamin, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2. Popped to second. Grounded to short. First pitch he sees. Hit to left field. Jaden makes a diving attempt. Ball pops in and out of his glove. That'll bring up Jalen Brown. He's 0 for 1 in this game. Popped to right and struck and walked. Braden Hayes, the right-handed freshman pitcher, is out in the bullpen. That pitch was popped sky high, way up there. Landon gets under it and makes the second out of the inning. Which will take us to Julius Burke. 1 for 2. Singled and reached on an error. He steps in with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. And he grounds that to Landon. Flips it to Bradshaw for the third out of the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 2-man left. We'll be back to War Memorial in just a moment.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
The Apprentice Athletics Booster Club membership is now open for the 2024-2025 season. You can choose a general membership to support all Apprentice athletics, or you can designate one specific sport to support. Membership is good for the entire 2024-2025 athletic year, regardless of which decision you make. Scan the QR code or visit gobuilders.com to get your membership today.
58. I didn't Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium. Builders coming to the plate. They're bringing 9-1-2. Baker Green, Nate Yeary, Seth Harrison due up for the Builders. Builders need to string together some hits. So they can score some runs, get back in this game. Baker Green struck out looking his first at bat. First pitch he sees is a strike. 65-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. That fastball in. Hit him. So that'll take us back to the top of the lineup and Nate Yeary. Nate's 0 for 2 in this game. Foul back to the screen. The 0-1 pitch coming. Inside, 1-1. Nate steps out. That was skipped in there. Runner stays put. Baker, not knowing where the ball ended up, decided to stay at first instead of chance of fate and go into second. Two-one pitch to Nate. Is popped into center field. On comes Burke. Makes the catch. Take us to number 11, Seth Harrison, catching this game for the Builders. That ball's hit down the left field line, but foul. Baker on first. Seth ready to get the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Snap throw down to first. Baker's back safely. Pitch bounced in there. Strike 3 as Harrison swings. That 61-mile-an-hour curveball. For out number 2, that'll bring up Luca Pasquarella, the DH. He walked and reached on a fielder's choice in his first 2 at-bats. The first pitch to Luca is outside, ball 1. It's in there for strike 2. Or for strike 1. Pitch number 2. 62-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Luca one hops it to second. Fires over to first. And MACU is out of the inning. No runs. No hits, no errors, 1 man left. We'll be back for the top of the 6th in just a moment.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium. New pitcher in for the Builders is number 12, Braden Hayes. He's a freshman out of Warsaw, Virginia. So Charlie's day is done. He pitched 5 innings, faced 27 batters. Gave up 6 hits. What I wrote looked like an H, so I knew that wasn't right. 6 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them were earned. Walked 2 batters, struck out 1, and that strikeout was looking. So Braden takes over. First batter he sees is Titus Bleckley. His first pitch is a strike. Second pitch fouled away. Strike 2, back-to-back 83-mile-an-hour fastballs. Braden just outside. Braden has appeared twice so far this year. He started 1 game. He's got 7 1/3 innings pitched. Ooh, that looked good from here. Counts even at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The first out of the inning. So Braden has a .95 ERA. In those 7.1 innings pitched, he's given up 1 run. It was earned. He's walked 4, struck out 11. Faced 27 total batters. The second batter he faces is Landon Miller. The first pitch to him is in the dirt. Ball 1. That one's grounded to Bradshaw at second. Flips it over for the second out of the inning. That's not Bradshaw. That is Isaac McAllister at second. So Isaac McAllister's come into play second for the Builders. Bradshaw's actually moved to third. And A.J. Bailey's at the plate. He's got a 1-0 count. Second pitch he sees, he swings through. Strike. 1. Set third pitch was also a strike. 2-1's a count. And he got him looking for strike 3. MACU goes 1-2-3 in their half of the second. Or, I'm sorry, the sixth. Let's not go all the way back to the second, guys. All right. Builders coming up. We'll be back in just a moment.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
All right. Leading off for the Builders is the first baseman, Jet Winslow. So Builders bringing up 4, 5, 6 to the plate in their half of the sixth inning. Jet is 0 for 2 today. Infield fly, his first at bat, and grounded to shortstop. First pitch he sees is a strike. That second pitch he hits to right field. Wow, I've been confusing that all day. It's not Burkett. Sanchez is under it, makes the play for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the shortstop, Landon Turner. Landon is 1 for 2 today. Tripled to center and popped out to right. He swings through that first pitch for strike 1. .75-mile-an-hour pitch was taken for ball 1. The 1-1. Tip back to the screen. 1-2. Isaac chasing the ball. Grounded down the line, foul. Past newly minted first base coach Cam Weston. Cam was the Builders shortstop for the last 4 years before joining the staff this year after finishing. Pitch popped high. Jalen Brown's under it for out number 2. That'll bring up the second baseman, Isaac McAllister. First pitch to Isaac is strike in there for a strike. Second pitch, 80-mile-an-hour fastball, strike two. Isaac sees the third pitch outside. Both Isaac and Jaden are seniors. Jaden Anderson are both seniors. Both of them kind of came in originally their freshman year as utility players, high and in. However, injuries forced them both to the pen to mostly pitch. That's where they've been the last 3 years, mostly pitchers. Isaac fouls that one away. Stays alive, 2-2. Isaac slices that one away from the center fielder. It drops. He's on his horse, and he makes it with a double to center. That'll bring up third baseman Justin Bradshaw. Bradshaw is also, I'm pretty sure Bradshaw is also a senior. Like I said, heavy, kind of again a heavy senior class for the Builders. Bradshaw, his freshman and sophomore year, mostly pitched. Bradshaw saw a lot of time at second last year. And he pokes that one to right, but unfortunately it's right at Sanchez. So Sanchez makes the catch for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, one hit, one left. We'll be back for the seventh after this.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
All right, Braden back out for his second inning of work. Due up for MACU is Nolan, RJ, and Brian. So 4, 5, 6 due up. Starting with the big bat of Nolan Colwell. First pitch to Nolan's a ball. That's what I want. Second pitch in there. Fastball's in there for strike one. Evens the count, 1-1. That one's grounded to short. Landon up. Fires. Jet scoops it. Got him. One down. Builders definitely need to not give up any more runs this inning, this half inning. When they come up, they got 8, 9, and then the top of the order. Big swing and a miss for R.J. Cabrera. Strike one on that 84-mile-an-hour fastball. That fastball just missed outside. 1-1. Low. 2-1. Showed him 3 fastballs. Right back up the middle with a 5th fastball with a 4th fastball. You know, I was just getting ready to say before he threw that pitch, he should probably come with something off speed here. Or maybe that was too obvious and he thought the more obvious. The less obvious pitch was a fastball again. Again, that's why I sit in the press box and just call these games. Brian Sanchez to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Runner at first, 1 out. The 0-1 pitch. It's in there for strike 2. Not sure where Seth set up, but to me it looked like he hit the target. So the 0-2 pitch. Swung. Great play by Isaac at second for the second out of the inning as he turned to fake the throw to first. 2 down for the Builders. And there in the Mustang top half of the 7th inning. First pitch to Hunter Benjamin, the left fielder, is in there for strike 1. Second pitch, back up the middle, bounces off the mound, gets into center field. Hunter gets his second hit of the game, which will bring up Jalen Brown, the third baseman. He's 0 for 2. He did walk in his first at bat. First pitch to Jalen is right down the middle. Fastball at 84 miles an hour, strike 1. Pulls a string, slows it down to 75 for strike 2. Two on, 2 out, 0-2 count. Top of the 7th inning. Builders are going to need to put up at least 4 runs in their half of the inning to keep this game alive. That one was tipped back to the screen. The 0-2 pitch, high and outside. One and two's the count. Must have been just outside to run the count even. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll do it for the Mustangs half. Builders 8-9-1 due up. Need 4 runs in their half of the seventh. We'll be back after this.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
The Apprentice Athletics Booster Club membership is now open for the 2024-2025 season. You can choose a general membership to support all Apprentice athletics, or you can designate one specific sport to support. Membership is good for the entire 2024-2025 athletic year, regardless of which decision you make. Scan the QR code or visit gobuilders.com to get your membership today.
All right, welcome back. Builders half of the 7th inning. Their final 3 outs. Jaden Anderson, Baker Green, and Nate Erie. I will say if they can get on, that's speed. Those 3 have some speed, so they can get on, they can put pressure on MACU. First pitch to Jaden is curveball, strike 1. Up and in, 78 ball for ball 1, even to count 1-1. Colin Langley's through 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, lone away. Ball 2, both were earned. He's walked 1 batter, struck out 3, 1 was looking. He's thrown 80 pitches and 54 were for strikes. So he's pitched a good game. It's in there, strike 2. Again, counts even 2-2. At off speed. If I was Jaden, I'd be looking for something hard outer half, probably. It's where the pitch went, but it's not where the catcher really wanted the pitch. Two. 61-mile-an-hour curveball popped high into left. Benjamin's under it for the first out of the inning. Builders down to their final 2 outs. So I'll bring Baker Green to the plate. Pitch was a ball. Not exactly sure where it was. Pop to the second baseman. And Bailey's there to make the catch. 2 outs. Builders down to their final out. Going to have some 2-out magic today. Do they have it in them? Who knows? This game, they're 2 for 8 with 2 outs. No 2-out RBIs. Neither team has a 2-out RBI. So Nate Erie steps in. Builders haven't had many opportunities with runners on the base at all, as that one goes up the middle. And Nate Erie reaches base. That'll take us to Seth Harrison, who is 2 for 3. Singled twice, struck out in his last at bat. I would personally almost expect to see Nate Erie push it. They might push with Nate a little bit here with his speed. First pitch was low and away for ball 1. Throw over to first, runner back safely. Two and O's. That one was outside. Other off-speed pitch. Seth has a 2-0 count. And he's slices that one into right. It will drop. Nate heads. Nope. Nate stays at second. That'll bring up Luca Pascarella. He's 1 for 3. Actually, no, he's not. He's 0 for 2. He walked and reached on a fielder's choice. As MACU comes out to head coach comes out to talk to the pitcher. So Luca steps in. 2 down, 2 on. Builders need 4 runs to keep the game going. Jet Winslow is on deck. First pitch to Luca is outside. Ball's driven to right field, but foul. Landed near the old batting cage for the batting practice. It's kind of what over there signifies the end of the Mustangs bullpen. So the count's 1-1. Low and away. Ball 2. Collins spun around, throw to second to fake the throw. Two-one pitch, grounded to the second baseman, and that'll do it. MACU takes game 2 to get their second win of the season. Builders drop their first game of the year. Builders will be, so final stats for this one was Mid-Atlantic, 6 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Builders scored 2 runs on 8 hits and committed 5 errors. That's the huge difference in the game today. Builders will be back in action here at War Memorial on Saturday against Mont Alto for 2, starting at noon. And the second one 30 minutes after that game concludes. We'll see you Saturday.